wheel mini sprint cars.
Bob, Hurricane Hannah has ridden everything and ridden it fast, from 2 wheels to 3 wheels, and now the 4-wheel machine, the quad machine. What are these, Bob?
Well, they're just a motorcycle like a 2-wheeler with 4 wheels. Makes them a little bit safer, you know. It makes them more versatile for farmers and people who want to ride around, use them as utility vehicles in their yards, on their farms, on their ranches, or just out playing. The quad runner's a little milder, you know. Doesn't mean you wouldn't want to wear that safety equipment, you know. It's still a motorcycle. It's still dangerous if you abuse yourself on me or abuse them, you know. And the quad racer, which is the elite one, it's like an RM, you know, the full-on race model. So you'd want to be pretty talented before you got on this. You'd want to be a little practicing on the quad runner, and always wear the safety equipment.
You know, you're living up in the Sun Valley, Idaho now, and I hear these things can go in the snow and muddy trails and everything.
Right, they're using them everywhere. You know, people are riding around. Their wives are riding them around. They ride them with their husband and wives. You know, it's more recreation than a motorcycle. You know, I think we're going to see a lot of it in the next few years.
It's really good for the sport. We've got options for people that really can't ride the 2 wheels. They can go to the 4-wheel here.
Right, you don't need quite the balance you do. The 2-wheelers are kind of exotic, you know, and these are more like a little car, and you can ride around. You can shut it off, sit there, and have a Coke or whatever, talk, and get on, start it, and go. You know, you never even have to step off of it.
The safety tip, obviously the helmet, and what else would you suggest?
I'd wear everything. You know, we wear boots and knee protectors and leathers and shoulder pads and gloves and eye protection always. I wouldn't get on one without it, you know. I'd wear eye protection, helmet, and gloves always, you know.
It's the way to go. It's the way to have a good time. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Robert. And there's a family who looks like they'd enjoy a quad runner. And we're ready for the start of the Suzuki Quad Racer Championships. The riders to watch, the top riders from across the United States. Gary Denton, number 3. We call him the Chino Charger. Mike Holbert, 221, is out of Mount Morris, Pennsylvania. The top rider in the East Coast. And there's the start. And out in front, number 59, Greg Clark. Clark, a Southern... Oh, check that. He is out of Phoenix, Arizona. And he is out in front. Oh, they're tangling and banging handlebars and going upside down. Woo! It is Clark in front, followed by 221, Mike Holbert. And there is another rider, Jeff Watts, a Southern California rider. He is tangled up, and he is out of the race. Meanwhile, carrying the number 1, check that's number 59. Greg Clark in front, 221, Mike Holbert running in second spot as Clark almost goes over the handlebars. Mike Holbert from Mount Morris, Pennsylvania, 221. His parents own the High Point motocross track in Mount Morris. He's got a lot of experience, even in the tough winters of Pennsylvania. And he's got a pass. He passes. Holbert goes out in front. Mike Holbert, the quad god who won both the Pontiac Supercross quad racers both nights, is out in front. So it is Holbert in front. Greg Clark running second, and Gary Denton moving up through the pack. 250cc liquid cool rocket chips, fully suspended disc brakes. The Suzuki quad racers are an absolute ball to ride. Holbert looking like he's in complete control. Over the jumps. No! Holbert goes over and down hard. So Holbert bites the dust. And Gary Denton has gone into second spot. Denton, a former Supercross, CMC Supercross champion. And there's Clark. Bumps at one of the jumps, and Denton goes by him. So Gary Denton goes out in front and heading for the checkered flag in this Quad Racer Championship, sponsored by Suzuki here at the LA Coliseum. Denton, he's got the checker, he's got the gold. Going for a $4,000 purse, and Gary Denton wins it. Denton takes the victory. Greg Clark is second, and Mike Sharinga is third. Let's go down to an interview with David Stanfield and the Chino Charger.
The Chino Charger. No more chasing, though, but a great ride.
Yeah, well, I got really, really lucky. I got into some slow riders, and they were running me over, and I was getting hung up with them, and I couldn't get around a guy, and they got a good lead, and I was making some time, but I don't think it was going to be enough, and maybe they were riding on the ragged edge, and it paid off for me to be a little consistent.
How much luck? How much skill?
Half and half.
All right, congratulations. Gary Denton winning the Suzuki Quad Racer Chase here.
Thank you.
David, seeing Mike Holbert do this endo reminds me of the biggest crash I've ever seen. The crash was so spectacular, the race promoter used it in a commercial with Ricky Johnson. Let's see this guy earn his wings. Watch this.
It's that kind of racing again at the LA Coliseum as every factory team takes on the toughest track ever.
Whoa, now that's no frills flying. Jason Upshaw, and he is famous for, a lot of things, but one big thing stands out is that horrendous crash or front handlebars get off you did at the Coliseum. Your thoughts, your feelings as you're going through that thing. I made a mistake. What are you thinking? Well, I was saying I made a mistake. I missed my brake. I say just hold on and try to save it. Got back on the back of the bike. As I was flipping through the air, as I was going through the air, I thought I had it saved. All of a sudden, my body starts going over forwards into a flip. I tuck my head and land so I won't land on my head, so I tucked. If you watch it, you can tell.
You're okay now?
Yeah, I'm okay. It didn't even hurt me then.
Don't attempt this stunt at home.
I kid about saying I'm going to do it again, but I'm not going to. No way.
Don't go away. More exciting Supercross from the Coliseum coming up.
This is the amazing Suzuki Quad Sport. It has more headroom than fine American luxury cars. It is faster on rugged terrain than most exotic. It displays better handling under treacherous conditions than the high-performance sedans of Germany. Only Suzuki gives you the choice of 8 different quad runners, the most extensive line of 4-wheel ATVs off the road today. Suzuki Quad Runners, the foremost in 4-wheeling.
The big bike you're riding today, you've wrapped up both the Supercross title and the Outdoor 250 title. Now it's time to get serious on the 500, and this is a real good place to practice.
Oh yeah, it's not so much a good training ground, but it's a good place to get the feel of the bike, know what it's like to fly the thing, because it's a little bit heavier. It's a lot different sensation to jump a 500 than it is a 250. So it's a good place to come and get a good release. It's not so much hard training, but you have a lot of fun, and also you get down to the fundamentals of riding.
RJ, winning all these titles and you're constantly racing week in and week out, I hear that you're going to be doing an upcoming motion picture.
Yeah, I'm going to be doing the stunt doubling for the lead character in the movie Hole Shot. You know, you see lots of exciting stuff in Supercross and double jumps and triple jumps, but we're going to be shooting the opening scenes for the movie Hole Shot out here in the dunes. I mean, you'll see things like never seen before done on a motorcycle.
The Autolite Los Angeles Coliseum Supercross from the Coors Supermoto Motocross was produced for ESPN by People and Properties and Leisure Tech Corporation. This has been a World Supercross Association television production from John Bradley Entertainment.